And this is for everybody who wants to get very good at like basically analyzing and learning your neighborhood, right? So in here, this is how I have learned how to get very good at analyzing different neighborhoods in our area. So anybody here, you could do this with your realtor if you have a realtor. And if you don't have a realtor, just throw me a message in the WhatsApp group. I'll send you a couple of names. But basically, like here, you can see the A, right? You guys can see all this. The A here basically means it's active. This is an active house on the market. And when I was new, I wanted to get very good at basically getting good at analyzing different neighborhoods, right? Because every neighborhood in the city is going to have a different market value. So then what I would do is I would tell my realtor that I want to get all of the active listings right now on the market. Everything that's on sale right now, I want to get all of the listings. So you can ask your realtor for this. And so then what I do here is you can, when you get this, you can hit AR. AR means area. And so I like to group all my properties like per area. So here, when I'm looking at active listings here, so I'm looking at all bungalows here, right? And I'm looking at the square footage, and then I'm looking at, all the like how many bedrooms, bathrooms, and whatnot. But I can kind of get an idea of like, so let's say, for example, 1C, 1C, 1D, which are right beside each other. What's kind of the average sale price in this area right now? So right here, I can immediately tell this one stands out because it has an arrow, meaning they've dropped the price on this house for some reason, right? And you can then also tell it's much smaller than these other houses, right? So then when I look at this, I might say like, okay, there's some potential in this house. They're asking 399. Why are these other ones asking like 500, 450, 700, 500, 500? So then it'll get me to investigate on this one property, 86 Campbell Street. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the next area, right? And then I'll go to say 1K and 1L, which is again similar. They're right beside each other. So then I'll go here and I'll try to find the anomaly, like which one stands out here, just to get an idea if there is a property here that could be worth something, right? So right here, I see another arrow here. This property at 680 Patricia, it's dropped in value. It's also been on the market 41 days. So to me, when I look at this, this shows me that there potentially could be motivation on this listing for some reason, right? Why has it not sold? It's a 6 bedroom house, 2 bathroom. It's a 1964 build, right? It's 1,000 square feet, not bad. That's average. But why is it not selling, right? Then I go here, I'll go like, okay, well, let's look at the photos. Let's look at the photos and see how the photos are. I'll make this smaller. But I'm just sharing with you guys, like basically how I like to analyze and how I learned. Because I mean, you could tell here, right? It looks renoed, so maybe they're asking too much, right? But like me, just kind of looking at this, yeah, maybe there's a deal here, maybe there's not, but most likely there's not because I have an idea of what these homes go for. But this is what I would ask each and every one of you to do. That is, get on. Basically, ask your realtor to send you all the listings that are in your area or in your city, and get a active email regarding all the active properties on the market right now. And then I go to the next area, right? Like I go to the next area here and look at 1Q, right? 1Q, 1R, and kind of look at like right here. Boom, this one stands out right away. This property is selling for 399. Oh, sorry, 339. 339 when all these other houses are selling for like 100 grand more, right? It's also been on the market for 28 days. So again, there could be some motivation here. It'll cause me to investigate this property. That's how I like to basically get an idea of what the neighborhoods are going for. Any questions on that?
Do you do this report?
Sorry?
How do you do this report?
I just ask a realtor to send me comps. So right here, I get so this realtor sent me this. This is how I get the report from them. So I just
Okay.
ask like your realtor say, "Hey, I want an active list of all the properties on the market right now." And then what you do is once you get it, you see these 3 buttons here on the
Hmm.
top here. you click on client single line. That's how you want to view them, client single line, because then it shows you the overall of this. You could see right here, you could see that it's all active, right? A means active, the address, obviously. Days on
Hmm.
market, super important.
Yeah.
If you really want to find out what's where there could be motivation, just hit it twice. You could see which house has been sitting on the market the longest. Look at this one, 119 days, right? 57 days, 57 days. So again, time motivates people, right? The longer it's been sitting on the market, the more motivated they are to sell it. So then what I might do is like, okay, well, this one, Union Avenue, like Union Avenue, they're asking 254. Let's see what they 254, then I'll click on it here. And sometimes it tells you what they started the house at, like what price they started it. Um, no, this one it doesn't say. So it just says it's asking 254. Yeah, for some reason, maybe they're asking a lot. Maybe it needs a lot of work. No, like see, this one's renovated, right? And like this one obviously is not a fixer-upper. So I mean, I don't think you're not gonna call this agent, right? I think they're just asking a lot of money. I think that they might be asking too much for this home. That's why it hasn't sold. Because of course, if there's a property like this, this is the other thing you could do as well. If you do feel this property may be even under market value, then it might be worth like actually reaching out to the agent to get some comparables. So then what I would do is I would look at 604 Union Avenue and then I'll pull it up on the city assessment just to see what the city thinks it's worth. Yeah, so look, yeah, I think they're asking exactly market value. The city thinks it's 212 and they're asking 254 here, right? So I don't think there's a deal there. So that's how I'll quickly just do an analysis to get an idea of kind of active listings here. So yeah, but look what I did here. These are all bungalows, Anton. You can ask your realtor for everything. You can say single family bungalow, 2 story, 1.5 story. I just gave you an example of like bungalows because when I compare, it's easier for me to learn if I group them in one category, meaning bungalows, right? Because bungalows are going to have higher resale value. Um, that's what I like to do. And then what you could do is like you can ask your realtor to give you a list of all the 1.5 stories. And this honestly will take a realtor 5 minutes. It takes them 5 minutes to do. They're not sending you comparables, they're just sending you all the active listings in the area, right? Robel, how's it going? Thanks, Kenny, for the thumbs up.
Yeah,
How are
I'm
you doing,
Ajit.
my
How are
friend?
you?
Good. How are you
Good,
doing?
everybody. I'm doing good. How about you?
Nice to see you on the call.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, yeah. What's going on with you? How's the training going through the courses and the modules?
Yeah, it's going good. I'm going through it.
Good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Any specific questions we can help you with? Anything that you have questions about that you may not understand, as you're going through the modules?
Uh, I think everything is okay now.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks okay. Uh, like I was wondering, like if I could do like a, a KGG ad or something like that. But do you think it will be too soon because
No,
you?
no, 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 not at all. You could
Okay.
totally do a Kijiji ad.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You
And,
could do a
and
Kijiji ad. Um, Yeah, definitely. I would recommend that. Like even writing 2 or 3 ads, you can also post a marketplace ad. I've also done marketplace ads.
okay.
So let me give you an example here. Let me pull up my Facebook here. No, it's never too early because you know why? Robel, if you get a lead, I mean that's great. Even like let's just say you don't have the capital to buy it yourself. I'm just saying, giving an example. Well, guess what? There's so many people in the group here that would just buy it from you, right? You could wholesale it to them,
Okay.
right? You can wholesale it to them, and That's kind of the beauty of it is having you're in our network, right? You're in our network.
Yeah,
And so yeah, like people, if you don't buy it, somebody else might be looking for a deal, and others have done that. Like others have done that,
perfect.
right?
Good
So
to know.
that's yeah, that's super important. So let me share my screen here and I'll show you exactly like what I've done in my own marketplace. So you can see here, we've ran, let me put this here. So right here, here's an ad that we have on Marketplace. Basically, two bedroom, one bath. My ad is basically our picture here. She buys houses, all cash, no closing costs, dozen of reviews, right? Because we buy it under my wife's company. She buys houses. So
Yeah.
that's one of our ads, right? And then another ad here is right here. See this? Transcona Home Wanted. So we had some people, so people click on this, and so I just have a picture here, right? But for me, I'm looking for Transcona. But look at my copy, right? It's very personal.
Yeah.
My name is Manjeet. My wife and I live in Transcona with our two boys. We are currently looking to buy a home in the neighborhood, ideally something that needs a little TLC, like a fixer-upper.
Okay.
We're flexible with possession date, and we're happy to work on your timeline. Please call us.
All
So
right.
I will take an ad like this, and then I'll also post it on Kijiji, right?
Perfect.
Here's another one. I'll give you an example here. So look, you can see here, I got like four of them. I got another one here. Winnipeg Home Wanted. So Winnipeg Home Wanted, right? This is actually one of our old rental properties, so I just took a picture of it. Same here, right? Winnipeg surrounding areas. We are actively looking to purchase a single family home or even attached home. If you're considering selling, please call us, right? And then the nice thing is, even on Kijiji, the more you, because what I do is, and you can use kind of like an AI to do it, or you can do it yourself at the beginning of the day. But I like to post my ad in the beginning of the day. It takes me 5 minutes. I delete my ad every day and then I repost it so that it puts me right back on the first page of Kijiji, right? Because if the longer your ad sits, it goes into the second page, the third page, all the way down, right? So you want to make sure you're always in the front,
Okay.
right?
Like when you
So
say AI, is it like there is a fee to pay for it or is this free?
no. So if you're just putting up a service, there's no fee. There's you could do a free listing, but anything more than one listing, they charge you for.
Okay.
Right. So, and then eventually what you want to do is you want to like basically run an ad. Like you want to eventually look at creating a ad that you can run on Facebook. You know how you see those We Buy Houses ads, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like if you and you can start off with like a small budget, like 20, $15 a day, $20 a day. Where and you should be, right? Because this is your business. You want to be investing in your business. So even running an ad, it's going to help push your message out there. It's going to help push your message out there so other people in the area will see your ad and respond to you regarding selling their home.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
that's what we've done here. But I think the first thing, like for everybody here, is like you need to have a website presence. So like for us, we have like our She Buys Houses brand, right? So it's like very personal. It's a picture of our family, and it just says like, how does it work? Submit your details. We contact you. You get an offer on your house. The benefits of selling your house to us in Winnipeg for cash. Then they enter their details and they send it to us, and then I call them within an hour. So,
Okay.
so having some sort of website, yeah, and I mean, there's different websites you can build this so they're cheap. You can go to a company here. You can even use AI, but like going to Fiverr and you can go to, basically like website. Like somebody can build you a website for like $100, $200.
Okay.
So Fiverr is a great tool because you can hire people all over the world. I use Fiverr all the time for business. I anything that, because I'm not technical, right? So some of you might be technical, but I'm not. So when there's something too technical, I just basically hire it. I just hire somebody to do it for us. But yeah, for sure, you need to think of a company name that you can operate under, right? Like you need to have a company name. You need to have a business profile, like right here, right? Like our we have a Facebook page as well, right?
Okay. So, like for the Facebook, like I have my personal Facebook. Should I use that one or should I open another one?
No, I would open up. So you use your personal, you go to your personal, but you open up a business page. You open up another business page.
Oh, okay.
So you'll go here and then, let's say you're logged in, you would go here and you would put right here, create a page right there.
Oh,
Create a page and then you would call it like, this is a business, your business page.
okay, perfect.
Your page is where people can go to learn more about you and make sure it has all your information, right? And you can just do this. Yeah, like so with us when we're running ads, basically, yeah, I don't use my personal. I use this is our company. She buys houses.
Okay, so you created a page on your personal for
Yes.
that for
Yep.
that.
Yeah. So see here on the top right here. So now I
Yeah.
can log into Manjit Rokra or I can go to She Buys Houses right here.
Okay,
So now now anytime I make a post, I'm posting it under She Buys Houses, not my personal.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, this is 15 years of work, right? So what I'm showing you, I didn't do it. I didn't do it in day one. It's taken me lots of time to work on this, right? And like, even if you go here, photos, um, you go photos, and you go to albums, and like you can see like all these, right? Project 25, Project 26, Project 24. These are all projects that we've done over the years. So it's kind of like it's like your asset, right? When people are looking at it, and then eventually you can even go here. So you can have a Google page, right? So I don't know what a Google page is, but we have a Google My Business page as well. Yeah, right here you can go here, and then we people can review you as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. So these are simple things that you can do. And so but start with the website, start with well, start first, create your Facebook ad, or not your Facebook, your Kijiji
KGG.
and your marketplace. Yeah, like because that's the super easy, right? It's not going to cost you anything. Do everything you can like that costs like it's free, and then eventually like put a little bit of money, build a website, all of these things, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, what's even more important is just calling and connecting with realtors every single day. Like my last deal that I got, I found it from a realtor. So right here, you can go here depending on what city you're in, and like look at this. Like in the province of Manitoba, there's 2,000 realtors. Look at that.
Mm.
These are 2,000 people that don't know about you yet, right? So
Yeah.
imagine just calling 10 new people every week. Like you got time, right? You have time. You go here and then you just pick up the phone, right? My name is Robel. I saw you on realtor.ca. I'm a newer investor and I was looking for I was looking for a property to buy and I was wondering if you had anything for sale, like a fixer upper. If you had something for sale. That's it. That's all it is, right? And they say yes, no, everything. And then what I do is I track it. I track everybody that I call. So I created a spreadsheet here.
Mm.
So their name, when I called them, what was the notes, right? So I try to call 5, 10 new people a week. And I still do that. I still do that today. I call because I don't know everybody here. Look, there's a lot of people here. Like I probably don't know 80% of the people in here, right? Like, and every month there's a new realtor that's entering the market, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? Those new realtors, they are very aggressive and hungry. They want business. They want business, right? So if they know that you're looking for a property, they're gonna work. They work extra hard than people that have been in the industry for 20 years and they don't need any more clients, right? They have so many clients. But the thing is, you don't know who that is, right? So that's why it's good to call like at least five people, 5 to 10 people a week to figure that out. But these are simple little strategies that I've used and I still use today. I still use today to find leads.
Perfect. Yeah. So another question is about uh, you said that if you connect with the realtor and then they can email you whatever house is in the market. So do they get access to all the houses in Winnipeg, for example, or
Like
just
a
like a
realtor?
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They get
that's good.
access to every house that comes up on the market.
So if you have one realtor who's like, and then you connect with him, he can send you all the listing every
Yes.
day.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, what you can tell your realtor is I would like to get set up on a auto email where I received one email. I only want one email at the end of the day, or you can get an email as properties go up, but that's going to be too many emails. You want to get one email by the end of the day that gives you listings of all the houses that came up on the market, like the previous day. So you'll get one email a day, and then when you get that email, you'll be able to go into it and you'll be able to, see like, okay, well, these are the houses that have hit the market, right?
Yeah.
So this, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I would do. Like for sure. Like those are a couple of things that I would do to definitely set that up. Any questions on that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it makes sense. Yeah, so it will like we will get exactly what you're showing here, like the pictures of the house and everything.
Exactly. Exactly. You'll get exactly this. Yeah. Like, because the realtor gave me this. The realtor gave me this.
Yeah,
And so what you want to do, so there's two things you want to do first. Number one, you want to get a realtor to send you every house that is on the market in Winnipeg or Calgary or wherever you're from. Say I want to list, I want an email in one email, all of the active houses right now that are on the market. That's step number one. And then for you, what I would say is you don't want every house, like right here, you don't want houses that are $1 million, right? Like you only want houses that are, let's say, I would say under probably 400,000. Because that's
yeah,
where your average home price is, right? Like you don't want houses that are 729,000. Like that's a big flip. You're not going to do something like that as of now. So I would ask for houses that are active, that are selling under, let's say, 400,000, right? Single family detached homes that are over 800 square feet. Because again, you don't want houses that are 500 square feet. So like those are a couple of things that I would ask for houses that are over 800 square feet. I would even say 750. 750 is good because houses still sell like that. And that's your
750
first
square
that's
feet.
your first email. That's your first email request. Your second email request is going to be now going forward, every day I want one email of all the houses that hit the market the previous day. Okay. This is how you're going to start learning the market. This is how you're going to start learning the values of the different areas in the city. And you're going to do that by looking at what's going on in the market, right? You're, like just like I showed you here earlier, right? So I was looking at these houses. This is how I learned all the different areas in the areas like what they sell for, right? I would be like, okay, these are all 2A, 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 2B, 2B, 2B. These are all in the same neighborhood. Like they're very close to each other. And then I would be like, okay, well, which one is the cheapest here? I can tell right away, right? 299, this one, right? Then I go over here, 6 days on the market, and then I kind of have an idea of like, okay, if a house hits the market, like in this area, I know the average sale price is going to be around 300,000. I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, and then you could take notes for yourself, right? You could take notes for yourself. You get a bit of an idea, but that's how I learned as well. And then what happens is if there's a house that hits the market, so right now I'll give you an example. There's a house that I'm looking at right now, and it's 1,600 square feet. Okay, it's 1,600 square feet, and it's selling in 4D. So 4D is a neighborhood, and so then what I told my realtor is, I want all the properties that sold in 4D in the last 6 months to 8 months that are around 1,500 square foot. Okay. So let's walk through this together here. Right here, you can see S, right? See this? Sold. That's sold, right? Remember the other one? It was A, active. That's the difference, right? These are active. These are sold. They're already sold here. And so you
Mm.
can see the addresses, right? These are the addresses. And look at the purchase price. So and you can see here, right here, 2025, 25, 25, 26, 25. Again, you can see these were all in the last 6 months to 8 months. That's exactly what I wanted. Then I told them I wanted everything from 1.5 story to 2 story, because this house that I'm looking at, it's actually a 1.5 story. On the city assessment, it says it's a 1.5. But when I went there, it's actually a 2 story. Like it's not 1.5. So then I said, I just want to have an idea of what they go for. So then I looked at it, I could see here, right here, you could see here, like 1,600 feet, or 1,600. I'm not going to look at this one because this is much bigger than the one I'm looking at. So I'm going to look at 1,500 to about right here. These are going to be my comparables. These first five, because these first five are the closest to my house that I'm looking at buying, right? And so I could see here, look, there was a property that sold for 490, 340, 436, 385. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these properties, right? And then I'm going to go look at each and every individual photo just to see the properties that sold for a lot and the properties that sold for less. What were the differences in them? Like, what were the differences? The ones that sold for more, were they fixed up more or were they not? The ones that sold for less, the ones that sold for lower, were they fixed up or not? Because then what I'll do is I'll look at my property, my subject property, and then I'll have an idea. How much renovations do I feel it needs? Right? If my property is basically fixed up already, if I think I'm like, oh, my property is not in bad shape, and these other properties sold for basically the same price almost as my property, and my property is like kind of similar, well, then I'm probably not going to put a lot of money into it. Right. But if my property is like, basically like really bad, it's like it needs lots of renovations, then I know it'll give me an idea of what purchase price I need to buy the property at. So the property that I'm looking at, they're looking to sell it around 250. Okay. They're looking at selling it around 250, but it needs a little bit of work. So then I can tell right here, 250. Um, I think there could be something here. I think there could be a deal here based on these other houses that have sold, right? The cheapest house that sold was 340. So then I go here, let's look at this property. Let's look at the 340 comp. So yeah, okay. It has a garage. You can see, right? It has a garage. Yeah, so yeah, so I mean, this is very dated. Look, they have carpet in the bathroom. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny.
And they
I mean,
have the heating too. It just looks like it's
yeah.
a boiler.
Yeah, it's a boiler, exactly. It's baseboard. Where did you see
Like
that?
if you go back one more,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Rads. It has radiators. Or
radiator.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, look at this. This house. Yeah, no wonder it sold for 340 because it's not fixed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not fixed up. You could see, kitchen's okay. It's nothing special. I mean, it's not old, but the cabinets, like they're definitely older, but it's not the worst. But yeah, like I mean, look at this, right? And then so I look at my property. Unfortunately, I don't have photos of it because it's private. Um, But I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, this house sold for not much because, it's just it's basic, it's old, like it has not been renovated, right? And then what
Yeah.
I'll do is I'll look at this one on Lansdowne and I'll see like, well, let's see this one. So it looks clean, right? Looks nice from the outside.
Mhm.
So, looks a lot. And the difference here, you could tell like it looks more staged and it's more neutral colors. Oh, so let's look at the kitchen here. Kitchen and bathroom is what I look at. Right, again, right? It's old. Yeah, you could tell here. It's an older kitchen. It's not renovated. So that's why it's so now I have an idea. If my property, if it was in the similar shape, and this property sold for 340, this one sold for 347. And if my property is in the same condition as these ones, and if I can pick it up for 250, well, I'm not going to put up a lot of money in. I'm not going to put a lot of money in the property because I would be happy if I got 340. You know what I mean? Why would I put $100,000 in to get 410, 436 when I could just do a little bit of cleaning, painting, because painting does a big difference. Clean, paint, maybe do the flooring, get it staged, make it like, pay for staging, $3,000 only, and then get like get a photographer that costs $200, and they'll take beautiful photos of that and they'll put it up on the market and then get a good realtor to sell it, right? So you're maximizing your dollar. That's what I look at when I'm analyzing a deal. That's what I'm looking at. This is why when you have a deal, I'm looking at comparables. I'm looking at what are the other comps selling for, right? And then you get an idea. And a realtor can also send you this stuff. And we have realtors in our private Prosper Path group as well that you can connect with. Unless you know realtors yourself, then that's fine too.